down here.
Every freaking time. Never gonna get used to that.
Well, you better, because we're doing it every week. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the LightTwist show, where we spotlight the most exciting builders and creators in virtual production, computer vision, and spatial computing. I'm Vikas Reddy, CEO and founder of LightTwist.
And I'm Phil Nelson, your co-host with the co-most, the second banana who is second to none. Also, I am your plus one and only. Today, we're doing something a little bit different, aren't we, Vikas?
That's right. Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of a webinar where we wanted to just show you a little bit behind the scenes of how this all comes together and what we're able to do with LightTwist. And so we're also testing out some very, very alpha software. We literally just updated our systems as of literally this morning. And so, yeah, there might be a bunch of broken stuff, but part of the point of this show is to force us to eat our own delicious dog food.
That's right. Cutting art, state of the edge stuff here.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, maybe we'll go to maybe let's just run it and or let's show off the behind the scenes where
yeah, operator, give us that 3-shot with the big screen. We got to be able to see. Yeah, you can see here we've got next to me here we've got our Zoom window. This is the live window of the team actually running this very show. Everybody say hi. We got Yane, Gustavo, Scott. Thanks folks.
Yeah.
This show may look like only one person runs it, but that's not the case. There's a whole team of guys doing awesome stuff here.
Yeah, and so there were one cool thing is we can go back to that big screen there, or not big screen rather. The small screen, we have a much bigger screen.
This used to be the big screen.
This used to be the big screen, but we've got a much bigger screen for everybody. We're going to be talking about, that'll be coming up later. We're going to talk a bit about the upcoming Apple event, and we've built out a new section in the studio to make it even more Apple-y. But first, let's just want to talk about, let's go back to the 3-shot there for a second. Just wanted to show, if you actually zoom in that. So like you can see in my feed here, this is just a regular webcam. I'm actually using the nice Opal C1 webcam from Opal. Plugged in to a browser, and so it's really just streaming in just as a normal webcam. So loading up through our web UI, and you can see that we are going to show off some green screen features, which is right next to me. But you can see I'm actually not using green screen right now, and so it's just running and segmenting live. And so still some little issues that we're fixing up and small things in segmentation that we can improve, but it's all running in real time and streaming out. So that's been awesome. And same with Phil. I guess, Phil, you're in San Francisco there. How are things over there
in the studio, as it were? I'm in 2 studios at the same time currently. We've introduced some atemporality here. We were worried earlier we had some lag on the server where Vikas clapped his hands and we didn't see him clap his hands on the feed, and I was like, oh shit, did we break open some kind of temporal event here where we're seeing into an alternate universe where Vikas did not in fact clap his hands? No, it turns out there was just a bunch of lag.
Yeah, and so things are looking so I mean basically what's cool here is like so Yane, thanks for running the cameras today. He's the as we refer to him sometimes on the screen or on the show, the operator, but
the operator.
He's able to just jump between different camera angles, just select those all via web UI, which is pretty awesome. It's just it's been pretty fun just going through and hooking up various pieces. So there's probably 3 big pieces at work here. There's a front end web app that's handling like web UI, handling a bunch of stuff like authentication, user sessions, all the basic stuff you'd expect from a web app. But probably the most interesting part is the UI that lets you just click different camera views, trigger different effects. In fact, I believe we've got an alien. I don't know if Yana, you want to trigger that and just show off our little dancing alien here.
You can't just spring stuff like that on me.
That's here's our nice.
I'm tired of this shit.
Wow. Yeah. It's not dancing.
It's like it's one of the water. It's one of the aliens that's scared of water from signals.
Oh yeah.
Signs.
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 And yeah, I think that yeah, some like sparks over there. And so
I
these are
can.
all things.
You want me to share? You want me to share the UI here? I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
my
let's do it. Yeah,
window
yeah. It's a
open.
little,
Is the
caveat for people
session
watching here.
is the session thing gonna be something people can steal?
No, no.
Okay. Go ahead and keep chattering while I set up the window real quick.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, so there's like three big pieces that we've like integrated together. There's a web app. There's a computer vision service that's essentially taking all of our both fulls and I streams in real time and running some pretty nice segmentation algorithms to uses some deep learning techniques to segment us and separate us from the background here. And then there's a third part, which is the Unreal powered by Unreal Engine, where we've built out a studio, the studio that we're in right now, and we've also oh nice, get that
the Drosta effect is powerful here. Yeah.
So yeah, you can see a little preview there. But yeah, essentially we were able to show we're able to integrate this third piece, which is the Unreal Engine Studio itself. So this is actually running in the studio itself is being rendered, including ourselves, in Unreal Engine 5 using Lumen, Nanite, all the things. And so our CV server is streaming us. It's doing all the computer vision pre-processing, segmenting us out, and then piping us into the studio here. So yeah, that's how that's working. And yeah, Phil, you wanted to show off
how the sausage is made. I'm gonna move Vikas onto the big screen where this is instead. You'll be able to kind of see.
Oh yeah.
Should I? Let's see.
Actually, well, do some camera movements maybe. Yeah, show off.
Maybe, sure.
Yeah.
Here, we'll do.
Yeah, so you can see Phil controlling UI here. So I'll trigger something here. So yeah, you just jump to me here, just by a mouse click. Yeah, normally Yanni's doing this behind the scenes to help us just focus on doing the show. But yeah, and then I guess there's a couple other things like you could
some smoke going on here.
Yeah, actually, so, you could
a bit of a
some little smoke there. Yeah, it's like I think that's pretty much all we wanted to show off here. Should we jump over to our new Apple keynote area, or rather, sorry.
So.
Please don't see me, Tim Cook, for saying the word Apple on air. They're probably sending their goons to my house right now.
Probably.
But yeah, the fruit company style event area that we've created for everybody here.
Fruit company style.
Yeah.
An unnamed fruit, a little known unnamed fruit company.
Yeah, that's actually funnily enough. In a past company worked with Foxconn, and they used to refer to Apple as the fruit company.
The fruit company.
Because they wanted to be very subtle about who that was for some reason.
Like Chiquita was, Dole. And Dole has a big contract with Foxconn, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Where do you think those bananas are coming from?
All right, well, let's go over to let's try this. Okay, so we're gonna cut over. We're gonna switch over.
Let's transition over. Operator, can we get that sweet external view? Thank you.
All right, and then you should be able to see us just pop in here. We're just getting ready to switch over to this new spot here.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you know what? I just forgot. I need to actually join. So 1 second. Let me.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you can, Yanni, if you can go ahead and send me over to the other spot.
Let me do that real quick here.
That's how the sausage is made, folks. Yeah, can somebody remap me? Top one in the list from me. Yeah. of the.
Yeah,
gotcha.
And so we're actually like one of the things that we've integrated in is the ability to support green screens. I just wanted to show that as well. And so there's some controls in the UI to essentially tweak some parameters, but it basically works. So you can see my green screen's pretty crappy here. It's actually a pretty it's a very
there's multiple
setup green screen.
Yeah, multiple ways to do segmentation, and they kind of are purpose built. But yeah, hey Vikas.
There we go.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, maybe it might need to be moved down a little bit there, but yeah, I think other than that, maybe perhaps good.
Or float on purpose. Just give yourself a little.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
pantomime
I mean, I'm here with Phil, and then if someone wants to bring up the Zoom view on here. Actually, you know what? Maybe let's bring up like an image of like a iPhone, so we can pretend like
go to like 9 to 5 Mac or 6 Colors or something. They'll have a rundown.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. We can start here actually. So here's here I am, like right next to myself. I feel like that scene in Jurassic Park where
really weird.
John Hammond's like talking.
Oh man, we totally have to do that as a promo video. We need to get you the whole outfit and everything.
Yeah, that would actually be great. If I'm being honest, I really think that John Hammond was the hero of Jurassic Park, and he was the one that really. I mean, he made a fucking park with dinosaurs. Like, why is everybody mad at him? Like Disney there's probably more people that died at Disney than died in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jurassic Park is in a lot of ways a lot more moral of a corporation than Disney. I mean, they don't have their own police force. Like they're not covering. They're not buying senators.
That's actually, you're right. Maybe they should have if they'd bought a few more senators.
Exactly. If they'd given Sonny Bono, may he rest in peace, a tour of the place, they might have gotten everything they wanted.
Can someone just bring up John Hammond on the big screen just so we could, just to just to pay tribute to a real one?
Yes, absolutely. He is Mr. John P. Hammond. No, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, go for it. Gustavo's going to help us get a picture of John Hammond here.
Richard Attenborough, CBE.
Wait, is he related to the Attenborough that does
David Attenborough?
Like David Attenborough?
I don't know, maybe.
Because that would be amazing.
I have no idea.
I mean, what are the odds? They're both presumably Scottish.
And they're both CBEs as well. He's British.
What is that? I forget. CB is
It's a knighthood thing, like something of the British Empire. I can't remember.
Yeah, Cross of the British Empire versus Order of the British Empire.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Yeah, that's the guy.
There we go, John Hammond.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. So hats off to you, John Hammond, for creating an amazing Jurassic Park.
If you go to Richard Attenborough's Jurassic Park fandom wiki page, for some reason he's dressed as Santa Claus, and that's
so. Let's see, maybe
love it.
Gustavo, you want to pull up maybe like a image of the? Actually, you could bring up the rumored Apple headset.
Right.
So yeah, let's see here. We got. Let's see what
9 to 5 Mac is a good one. That'll probably be at the top of the page.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that looks like it's it. So yeah, so we'll see. I mean, yeah, what's your best guess, Phil, about what they're going to announce on a stage, presumably like this one?
Yeah, so I'm guessing. I mean, we'll have a little more time to talk about this, but I think it's pretty obvious that Apple is going to introduce some kind of new silicon around processing, spatial stuff. I think what they're going to do is similar to what they did with the Apple Watch, which is announce a product that ships in a year or something. It's been a long time coming. They've obviously spent billions of dollars, but I think they're a big part of this that we have not really seen. One of the things that I've heard people talking about, this reality processor is what they're calling it.
Yeah,
and I think that it's going to be some new Apple thing that's a shrunk down little die that is specifically for running a screen, running a high refresh rate, high definition screen, and doing spatial audio in the smallest possible package. I think that's probably what we're talking about.
That's interesting. So you don't think they're going to do you don't think they're actually going to announce a headset?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think that they're going to. I think they probably will at the same time, but I think the most important aspect of this is the silicon. Like, I think it's going to be a whole similar to the H1 and H2 and the AirPods and the Beats Pro models. I think it'll be like R1 or something like that, Reality 1 or something. That's my best guess. What are your thoughts?
That's interesting. I would have, I mean, if they don't announce the headset, I could see. If they don't actually announce the headset, I could definitely see them doing a silicon update, like you mentioned. Although I could almost see them doing. They'd probably call it the M2. Like, they'd probably keep the same processor.
I don't think so, because the processor in the headphones is called the H1. It's a whole package.
Oh, but that one's very sort of specific to, like, it has like extremely specific constraints. Whereas I think if you kind of think about like the headset that even if they're doing the headset, it's not that dissimilar from. It's driving multiple screens. It's doing some. Probably the only specialized stuff it would do that's not applicable on a laptop would be like computer vision processing.
But there's also, I think the constraints are important here, because really you only need it to run exactly 2 screens. Or exactly one screen. I'm saying a purpose-built headset silicon package is what I'm thinking.
That's interesting. All right. Yeah, I would say. I think there's already been references in sort of docs and stuff, or leaked sort of strings in the developer APIs. But yeah, so I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be called Reality OS is going to be their sort of like iOS equivalent on it, and then they're going to do they'll probably have like some specific apps on there. They'll probably port, like, I would assume they'll have like a FaceTime equivalent. Probably they'll probably have a actually, you know what? I'll scratch that. They'll probably just do the very first thing they might do is probably just like an amazing sort of like an AR pass through desktop type thing where you can have like
virtual
amazing
desktop
screens.
You're saying?
Yeah. Yep. And spatial audio, I do think spatial audio plays into it, like you said, where you could, because if you have a couple different screens up, and you could even have like different sound playing on them, and it feels like you're, if they use the same tracking that they've got in ARKit, or although likely better, they'll have to improve it from where it is now.
The H1,
not make people
the H1 package already has spatial audio on the headphones.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and they just introduced that like weird. I'm kind of a little bit weirded out to do it, like the scanning of ears to do spatial audio. I'm actually, one thing I never really understood is, like, I don't really understand the point of spatial audio unless the sound is intended to sound like it's coming out of a screen or a virtual screen.
Or what about if you're localized with somebody? Like, it always sounds more natural if their voice is coming from where you expect them to come from. Like, there's a vector to that sound.
Yeah, that's true.
But there's also an important part of this, I think, which is it is actually really, really impressive to listen to music with the high-end spatialized audio that's been like mastered for it. I didn't expect it to be as nearly as affecting as it was, but it really does. If you're a person that's, you go to live venues or like small bars or been in the studio while bands are recording, it sounds like that. Like, it gave me goosebumps the first time I listened to the band the night they drove Old Dixie down with spatial audio turned on, because it sounded like I was sitting in the room and like the guitar player was here and the piano was over here, and it's like, whoa, like it's actually happening again. You can probably see I have goosebumps again. Because it was so it was so interesting. It sounds like the spatial audio for the music, basically it makes it sound like you're in the room with the band.
Right. But does that count on you? So I should probably, yeah, because this is like one of the weird things. I'll find myself on a run and I'll leave spatial audio on
Mm.
accidentally, and it just gets like
That's
totally,
kind of weird. Yeah, if you're
or
moving
yeah,
around a lot,
yeah.
it's odd. I'd say. Yeah.
So basically, it's like, yeah. So like if you're sitting at a desk, which does, if you're either sitting at a desk or if they and what they can do, of course, with if you're wearing the headset, they can do something pretty amazing, which is they can, which I don't know if Oculus already does this too, or Meta with the Quest 2, but like you can definitely do some. So right now, like if you're sitting at the desk, they can assume you're looking at your screen,
Mm-hmm.
and they can project sound from these different sort of angles, like you're saying, like the spatial audio.
Right.
But it's sort of assuming it's assuming you're kind of like looking. You're maybe like in a fixed sort of position and like looking around a little bit left
In
and
physical
right, but
space, you mean?
in
Yeah.
physical space. But yeah, so like it's effectively tracking you in like 3 degrees of freedom, because it has, I think the headphones have an accelerometer on them. And then, but with the headset, if you're, one of the aspects where I think spatial audio is going to be, yeah, like, I mean, similar to what you said, is like if you get up and walk around, the headset's tracking your
Mm-hmm.
position. Then you can do some pretty groundbreaking spatial sound stuff
Multiple layers
where,
of
yeah, you
space.
can do like, and you can also do like as you get closer and further, which is already something that they're, that aspect is something I think Oculus already
Mm.
does, but like, but doing it applying their same like high fidelity spatial audio to screens that are mapped out in uh, like sort of virtual
Yeah.
space, I think is going to be really, really
I
interesting. Like
wonder.
you
I'm
could,
not sure if I use the virtual desktop on my uh, Valve Index pretty often, and I haven't
hmm,
actually tried to see if it spatializes audio coming from desktops or not. It's a pretty it
yeah,
works really well. It's cool for like, I mean, I'll watch movies on there sometimes, or like Lord of the Rings or whatever, those big ass movies that you want to see on a
yeah,
big screen. My screen is
using the Valve
big. Yeah,
Index.
my screen is big, but not movie theater big. And
What do you use for your PC? Do you have like a decent?
that's the hardware you mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I have a Radeon 5700 XT currently, and I think
nice.
an i7, one of the higher end i7 CPUs. It's a couple years
Nice.
old. It's not.
Yeah, actually, one thing I'll say, like, I kind of hope, the one nice thing with the Valve Index, and maybe the Apple headset will have this too, is like either via continuity, similar to what they do with the iPhone laptop handoff,
Mm,
is the one of the most annoying parts of trying to use the Quests for meetings and stuff. Like it's like really hard to take off and put on, and so it'll be interesting to see if they do announce a headset, what strategy did they take in terms of industrial design for like quick, on and off? Like,
mm.
who knows if this design, is this design going to be one that this design rather one that they do, or is what
That's
approach will they take
that's a
there?
good point. I wonder about, because on the screen behind us here we've got this big render, like, concept that somebody came up with. I think
Yeah,
if Apple ships something like this, they're dead in the water. Like if it looks like this, like everyone will be like, okay, it looks like ski goggles. Like, why this isn't? It's
yeah,
not.
they might.
This
I
isn't
mean,
Apple like to me at all. This looks like something
yeah,
that it
that
looks like
look.
something that Meta didn't ship to me. And
I
you
can
got
see.
to
I
have a
mean,
higher bar than
it's
that.
got some nice features, like some of the things that don't make as much sense to me, like I mean, the glass in the front could be interesting in terms of like like, because one thing that's in occipital, like just doing a bunch of testing on at my previous startup with
Hmm.
that you were at too, Phil,
Hmm.
doing like tracking and stuff. It's kind of useful to have ideally definitely more than one
Oh
camera.
yeah.
So it'll have bare minimum
Hmm.
two, which gives you a lot of good. It actually can give you very high fidelity tracking. But if you're up against the wall, if you're moving close to stuff, those cameras could get occluded. And so adding additional cameras, and so the Quest has four, I think. The Quest 2's got well, actually, does it have four? Does it have?
Could have
I might be
more.
mistaken there, but yeah, it has more than at least it has more than two for that reason.
I would very much expect the Apple headset to have a laser projector and camera in there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it'll probably have the same
package probably as in the iPhone. Yeah.
Yeah, it may not be able to cover the entire the active depth may not be able to cover the whole field of view, but
if the cameras are good enough and the processing is good enough, it can kind of be an assist instead of needing to do it all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and I think it'd be. I mean, they're already using it'll be interesting to see what type of if they do that. If they there's some patents that they have that are related to this idea of like a MEMS laser projector. So I could see the sort of if you have a really tight coupling of sensing hardware, compute, and the projecting IR light, you could do something where you have a relatively low power projector, but you have it paint. Essentially, imagine it's able to articulate in like a lot of degrees of freedom and across the whole field of view of the cameras, but it can only paint effectively, like put out light in a small area and sort of jump around where it's painting. And so it's almost like just like our eyes kind of like gaze around the room. You could imagine this MEMS part sort of just jumping to different parts of the scene and painting it to like fill in its understanding of what that is. So if it's like a blank wall, it does that to like build an understanding of what that wall is, but it doesn't necessarily need to keep doing that continuously because now you've got
it can allow some of that data to become stale because it's unlikely to move, it's unlikely to change, and therefore you're using way less power because it's not actively. It can be smarter about what it's doing and when it's doing it, which is kind of Apple's whole deal. Another one of the big things that's probably going to come out, it seems like a lock for the iPhone 14 is the always-on display tech, which they started with the most recent Apple Watches. I think that also could be, you got to think through all the technology Apple has and the ways they can now leverage that, sort of like LightTwist does with all these different Lego pieces, and then then you start once you get them kind of kludged together, then you start purpose building them so they're fast and robust. And you can do
they can afford to. Yeah, they can afford to have like and sadly we both at LightTwist and Expo, where we actually built hardware, did not have Apple money, sadly, to be able to say like we're going to build basically whatever the hell we want. It's like when they built the Apple I and Apple II, it was like we'll use whatever's out there, and then now it's like we will make whatever we want.
It's like I need a capacitor. Can we just go down to the Fab Lab real quick and
I mean the only next step Apple could take there is like building their own fab, but that's probably like one step too far just now. Probably not worth it in the short term. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see. To me, I think like Apple and Facebook are maybe taking different strategies, and maybe like I could see Apple, for example, focusing on this use case of like just make an amazing desktop working situation where it's like, so in that sense, if they're charging a lot for the headset, if they charge like $2-3 grand for the headset, and their whole point is to, at that point you also are,
you're positioning it as not an accessory. Point. That is a whole damn damn device by itself.
It is an accessory. It's an accessory in the sense that you could market it as you could basically position it as an alternate screen. Like you could be like, hey, you could go buy a $2,000 monitor that's like a 4K, 5K like big ass monitor, or you could buy this headset that gives you not only like infinite display, but also other stuff that you'd want to do. And so and frankly, you could like business justify it by being like, oh well, I'm a developer, and so don't you insert big company name here, don't you want me to have the best screens to
I'm definitely work? Going to, I mean, it's a business expense on my taxes.
I
got this show I got this show to do. I got to stay up on this stuff,
We'll see. So I don't know if they'll I guess what's your, so you think, so final answer, you think they're just going to announce
I think it's
hardware?
dedicated hardware with a headset or some device that specifically is a new, like iOS, like iPad OS, like TV OS. It'll be called Reality OS or something, and it will be specifically a spatialized operating system They may show off like a couple of the built-in, say, iPhone or iPad apps, but in a spatialized way, and then say, it ships October 20, or ships November 2023 or something. That's my guess for the headset. I think that the spatial audio is going to be a big part of it. I think that there's definitely going to be a laser projector in there. I really don't know what form it's going to take, but I also expect it to talk to iPhone and the watch and like use their capabilities as part of that ecosystem. Like, because you've already got tracking on the watch, you've got tracking on the headphones. Why not synergize those two things and use them for higher fidelity, overall more robust tracking, or other notifications and blah blah blah. I think Apple is uniquely positioned after having built out their the hardware and software in a very deliberate way over the last decade to put those things together in this new Reality OS package of both hardware and software, because that's what Apple does.
Good, good thinking. I mean, I think I would say, I'm really on the fence of whether they're gonna announce an actual headset right now, because it feels like they're still, it feels like that felt like my gut feeling was that was going to be like a next year type announcement. But yeah, I guess I think I'm going to say they're going to. I'll go with that prediction and say they'll announce a headset. It will be, the primary application of it will be when you're sitting at your desk to have effectively infinite displays. It will be pretty expensive, like probably $1,500 to $2,000 or so or more. It will be. It'll have. My guess is it's going to have 2 cameras that are high quality for pass through, and then it'll have at least 1 additional camera for tracking. Probably more, but just sort of hedging my bets there. And then and I agree with you that it'll have some kind of depth sensing built in, because it's going to be.
We know that from building the Bridge headset. We kind of did that. We already kind of did this once.
Yeah, I mean, and in Apple's case, like they can afford. They've been sort of exercising the depth LiDAR depth sensing tech in phones and stuff, and so they've already I'm sure refined the supply chain for that stuff. And yeah, the only question to me is, do they use the same thing that's in the iPhone 12 Pro and 13 Pro, or do they go with something more?
That would be I think the A15 or something like that, or whatever it is.
You mean? Are you talking about sorry, I'm talking about the projector, not the processor.
The projector package.
So, like, do they go with the exact same projector tech, or do they go with something that's more like a sort of a tighter coupling between, like, instead of having to do this sort of depth pre-processing where you like right now what they're doing is they're taking sparse LiDAR points, they're feeding it through a deep neural network to up-res that into a dense depth map that you can use for various stuff. But I wonder if you could have a tighter coupling where you don't even necessarily have depth coverage always across the entire field of view, and just do something more articulated and tightly integrated, where you can basically map out a room in a different way. But probably they're going to stick with, if I had to guess, they're going to stick with something similar to what the iPhone 12 Pro and 13 Pro do now on the projector side. So central field of view, they'll probably have experiences where they say they've already sort of shown this willingness to have the user experience involve some degree of mapping of stuff, right? So, and people are more trained up for that now with ARKit. So
yeah.
You can imagine the scenario where you sit down at your desk, they say remap your room, you look around, now it's all mapped, and they could do something better than what Meta does now, because if they have depth sensing, you could build a very good understanding of your local room. And and you'll have I guess the only question then is, where do they put the dial on VR versus pass through AR? But
well, you'll notice they're very. Apple doesn't use the terms virtual and augmented reality that much. When they do, it's almost always.
They certainly don't use metaverse.
It's almost always been augmented reality. Like I was at the WWDC 18 where they announced all the AR stuff for iPad with Occipital CEO Jeff Powers. And they had iPads out, and people were playing some cool spatial games, 2-player AR games.
Yeah.
And then it seems like it kind of just fell by the wayside. Like there's some interesting little, they recently released some cool tools, like the room scanning thing is neat. We've been expecting that for years, and again, Occipital built one with Canvas.
Yeah.
And I think it's not like they haven't been doing stuff. They clearly have. It's just that they ain't been showing it to us. And maybe the reasons are that they just wanted to make it wasn't Apple-y enough. And so maybe it's good enough now. And you raised a good point with the headset thing too. I just can't imagine Apple building something that is a pain in the ass to put on and take off, because you're going to do it 100 times a day.
Exactly. That's the key. I think my guess is they'll optimize for that, because it'll be like it'll be a case where you won't necessarily always be wearing it. Like, it doesn't make sense right now. I don't think displays are in a place now where you can do that. But so if they get to a place where, but they'll optimize for that. They'll optimize for resolution.
And there's comfort too. Like, I mean, your face gets sweaty in those things. I can't imagine Apple releasing a thing that makes your face sweaty. I just can't see it happening.
Yeah. So I think the other thing I'll say is they definitely 1,000% will not use the word metaverse once, except for maybe Tim Cook referencing it to make fun of.
Yes, Zuckerberg. See, now he may yeah. If they have like some kind of amazing like Tim Cook in front of the Eiffel Tower thing, I will shit my pants. I will absolutely just that'll be it for me.
Tim, I feel like I don't know. I mean, Tim Cook, he's. In some ways, he's not as petty, I think, but I don't know. I can see him being.
He's got that folksy charm that, like, you can tell that when he talks shit, it's probably devastating. Like it'd be like having a dog mad at you, like a nice dog that's nice to everybody else. You'd be like, shit, what did I do? But let's one more quick thing here. We'll talk about iPhone 14, which is also going to come out. I think one of the things that is heavily rumored here is a really cool concept, and that I hadn't really heard of until this year, which is reverse wireless charging. Have you seen this?
Oh, to like charge stuff with your phone?
Yeah. So like with MagSafe, they've got MagSafe battery packs now on the iPhones, and so you can just magnet a battery to the back of it, and it'll charge it, which is cool. But now the rumor is anyway that you'll be able to, when you plug your phone in, if you've got a battery pack magneted to the back, it will charge both the phone and the battery pack without you having to plug separately charge the battery pack, which is kind of an interesting quality of life thing, and very Apple-y. It seems like a no-brainer for them if it works. And
it'd be nice for. I mean, depending on the sort of like how. I guess I assume it's still got to be too close, but it's pretty neat to be able to charge like in AirPods case too.
Yeah.
Like if they improve the battery life, even more for the iPhone, especially the bigger models, you could basically be like, oh, my headphones are not charged. Just
slap them on the back of the iPhone and charge up. Yeah, no, that'd be cool as heck. I dig that.
I mean, that'd be useful for a bunch of scenarios. So
segmentation's
cool.
Odd all of a sudden. Yeah. Shall we? Let's see. What else do we have on the docket today, Vikas?
I think that's it. I think we're gonna we're planning on having a guest on the show next week. Right. We're going to we just wanted to show off, do a little bit of behind the scenes.
Did we confirm that guest? You want to tease it real quick?
Not quite
okay.
yet.
We'll
give me a couple. Yeah. but I did want to pull up one more time to sort of talk about to show if you have either Gustavo or Yana, if one of you guys could pull up the Zoom window again just for a second, just to kind of show what this could. So we were able to sort of give this like talk here. Where, I guess if I had my green screen more set up, actually, Phil, you can walk back and forth like
a little bit.
There we go. There's an infinite screen there. So you can see, I'm just standing in front of a pretty cheap $15 green screen, nothing fancy. Lots of stuff that we're still improving in terms of like reflections. You can see Phil's actually not using a green screen and still getting segmented, although still some small things that are some issues on the segmentation without green screen for full body, but we'll be fixing that.
My legs are occasionally Marty McFlying out of existence here.
But you can see actually one thing I want to point out too is that algorithm we're using for green screen is actually based on a more advanced deep learning model. It actually is not only doing the segmentation, but also removing green spill. So you're not seeing sort of green edges on my body, which typically happens with green screen effect.
Or like in the pre-remastered Star Wars episode 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, basically like, we're running this whole show right now with just like basically a browser, I guess I have an iPhone that I'm just using, and I'm actually using the continuity cam with the latest Mac OS beta and Opal camera, and that's about it. And Phil's just using the same camera for both. So
that's a Logitech Brio, which is I have a love-hate relationship with.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Well, I guess we could probably hit the outro here.
Are we going to play some? You want to play some Double Dragon first?
Oh yeah, shit, yeah, totally.
Let's operator, give us the transitional screen, if you will.
I forgot about Double Dragon.
How could you forget?
Probably because
that's almost as bad as forgetting about Dre.
It's probably because I've all right, let me turn my volume up.
We're safe to move, Vikas. I'm gonna sit down. My legs hurt.
Oh yeah, we can switch back to here. Are we switching back to the?
That's what I'm doing.
Yep. There we go. All right, there we go. Nice.
Okay. So
okay.
We're going to go to Mirrorbox. We're going to switch.
And then let me switch my stream here. 1 second.
There we go.
Oh, I gotta put. Sorry, 1 second here.
So I'm creating our game. Eventually it will be fun to be able to invite the audience to join us in some of these multiplayer games, because there's like sometimes like Splatoon's got like 16 I think players you can do. Yeah, we need to get you into Splatoon.
All right.
I just invited you on the Switch there.
All right, cool.
Oh, yeah, we're switched around. Now I'm all discombobulated. I'm backwards. I'm thinking left is right, up is down, sideways is a different kind of sideways.
All right, there we go.
All right, Vikas is joining. Excellent.
All right, we're gonna play some Double Dragon here. We haven't played forever.
Yeah, so this is Double Dragon 2: The Revenge for NES. The first Double Dragon was a huge arcade hit. It was also a big hit on the NES and home consoles. We're just going to play the regular mode on Warrior. There's an interesting thing here. Excuse me. An interesting thing here is that there is also a fighting mode, a 2-player versus mode in this game, which was uncommon to have beat 'em ups that had fighting modes, which is kind of weird. Anyway, people call us the Double Dragons.
They sure do. Okay,
yeah,
so
the dragons had one terrible enemy.
Do I need to
fight
hit
against
start?
him was the destiny and fate of the Double Dragons. All right, let's go.
Okay, there we go. Oh shit. Okay.
So A button punches forward, B button kicks backward, A and B jumps. A and B, and then A and B again does this like sweet spin kick.
No.
There is some dimensionality, and also if you get close to dudes and push the opposite direction you're facing, you can throw them. You can also jump up on stuff, but maybe this fence up here. No, not quite. It's all about keeping, really strategy-wise, you just want to maintain your distance. You want to get guys right when they get to the edge of your punch and kick range, and keeping in mind that A always punches forward, B always kicks backward. And if you remember where guys come from, you can sneak up on them a little bit. In a second, that garage door will open, and I think some more whipped people will come. Ooh, damn! That guy just Jean-Claude Van Damme me there.
Nice. Just got him. Just did a throw here.
Yeah, those are the fun. Those are the funnest. So on my oh yeah, we gotta climb the ladder.
All right.
On the beat 'em up game stream that I do with my friend John called Sticks and Fists, we have a contest to see who can throw the most dudes into pits or off screen. We call it pitting, and it's a sport.
Oh wait.
Yeah, I guess we got to go in the door. No, maybe not. Maybe it's to the right.
Huh.
Yeah, it's the red door. That's why.
Oh no, she's got a whip.
She's got a chain. There we go. Oh no. Oh shit, I just pitted myself. The most embarrassing way to die in any video game. That's going to take me a long time to... I
think we go back into the right now?
I think we go to the right now. And yeah, there we go. So yeah, published by Acclaim. It's one of those games for the NES that has a lot of sprite flicker.
Oh shit.
Ooh, yeah, you had a knife. It's one of those games that has a lot of sprite flicker. You'll notice when there's more than 3 dudes on the screen, stuff will go in and out. You'll also, there's that weird little stripe of pixels on the left and bottom. When we go up, you'll notice there's some garbage there because of the different number of lines.
I always wondered, like
NTSC versus PAL.
I always wonder what the game engine was like on
my
these.
AirPod just died.
Oh yeah.
All right.
No worries.
We should be back.
Nice.
I don't know if it. Yeah, we're back. I always one of my favorite weapons in this game is the baton. It's a good one.
Oh yeah.
It's either a baton or a pipe. I can't tell, but you usually you'll kill dudes real quick.
Nice.
And
oh shit! This guy.
Boss.
This is like the.
Looks a lot like Big Van Vader.
Oh no!
For any, pro wrestling fans out there. Oh shit! Man.
I was thinking Krang from.
So
it looks like Krang.
Oh totally. Ugh. Get him.
Oh no!
Damn, dude.
Oh.
Dude, this guy is annihilating us.
Yeah, we're getting our ass. Yeah. There we go.
Got one. Yeah, we want to get on both sides. Opposite.
Yeah,
sides.
here, let's let him get over here.
Oh shit! Wait, he does this thing and then comes back.
Here, let him come over here so we can double dragon him.
Oof. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if the. Oh wait, we got him.
Oh, we got him.
I guess we just beat him.
Nice.
Beat him and eat him.
All right, one more level. All right.
Mission 2. This one is you're gonna. There's some surprisingly precise jumping in this game. And then we got to climb down this pipe.
Oh yeah, it's kind of nice of those little, these little.
There's some
signs.
verticality to this stage that's in Double Dragon that's cool. More so than in say like a Ninja Gaiden. Where
Ninja Gaiden was a great one too.
It's a really hard game. It's got to be one of the meanest. That game just hates you. You know, like just genuinely hates the people playing it.
I don't know if I ever beat Double Dragon when I. This was on Nintendo, right?
Yeah, it's NES. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Oof.
Forgot about this.
Dude, how is this? We gotta.
Oop.
There we go. There's a nice pit.
Yeah.
Watch out for the grenades. Some of them they'll drop grenades when they die, maybe. Yeah, there we go. We got.
Oh, geez, these guys. Look at these fucking guys.
They've got brass knuckles. Yeah, they've got brass knucks. Uppercut to the back of the head. That should just be an instant knockout. Everybody knows that everything hurts more to the back of the head. So this one, this is our boss. I think we're probably going to die here. We'll see how it goes. After this, there's a bit where you can get sucked out of the door of the helicopter when it's in flight, which is pretty badass.
Oh yeah.
But also a great way to lose a bunch of lives.
Oh dang, these crowd. There we go.
We'll keep going this way here. And then we gotta fight these guys, and then I think we climb in the helicopter, and there's a whole.
Oh, this is the one where
action
okay.
set
God, I
piece.
remember this, man. I haven't played this game. Oh, shit, it's this guy.
Mini bosses.
Oh.
And they've got ninja stars. These guys suck. Yeah.
Oh man, he's fucking me up right now.
We have not beaten Double Dragon on sticks and fists yet.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we got to jump on here.
No, maybe not.
Huh.
Maybe I'm thinking of a later level.
All right. Well.
Oh yeah. No. Okay. Here we go.
Oh yeah, we got to do this one. All right, we got to do this level.
Grass.
All right, last level here.
The chopper escaped into the neon-filled night. Mission 3: Battle in the chopper. And so yeah, that door will open, the green one, and it'll start sucking us towards it.
God, I remember
so
this.
what you want to do is be close enough to it that you can throw dudes. It'll
right.
also suck them when they're down, which is cool. And since we don't care about like leveling up because there's no experience points or anything, it's just as good. Oh no! It's just as good to throw them in there.
Oh, this guy.
Here's an abobo.
Look at this thick guy.
Yeah, he's a chonk.
He's a chunker.
Damn. Just keep him by the door, and it'll. Oh no, not me.
Oh no, you got. Oh.
Oh, we got him. We got him. Oh no, shit! He came back. Oh wow. He just. What did he like swing?
No.
Oh man, look at that.
Oh, look at that escape.
Brutal. Damn it. There we go. One flying kick. Sweet. I will I'll go ahead and create a suspend point here.
Yeah, we'll pick it up next time.
Yeah, let me try to remember how far. Yeah, that's the right one. One of these was from my show, Sticks and Fists, where we got almost to the end of the game. It was we got to the last guy actually, but we only had one life left.
Yeah.
And so we spent like an hour just trying to not lose one life. It was brutal.
All right. Well, yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I think we wanted to show that, just show off a couple things behind the scenes here today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Phil, any last thoughts before, we'll break for next week?
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. It was good to talk Apple event. Folks out there, there's another OpenCV competition going on right now. For information on that, please go to opencv.org. There's 2 different tracks, one of which is for improving the depth of OpenCV AI kit. The other is generic improvements to OpenCV, basically whatever you want.
Awesome.
It runs for a couple of months, so please check that out. Yeah, I'm Phil Nelson. Please have a great day wherever you may be, Vikas.
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks for co-hosting with me, Phil. It's been an awesome episode. Just to show a little bit behind the scenes, and take care of yourself, take care of each other, and have a great day.
Yeah. Talk about that sweet outro, will you?
Yeah, let's do that outro there. Yeah, that was pretty. I'm really curious to go for now with the Apple event.
This will be a fun one to take a look at show-wise as well. We should hold ourselves accountable to the predictions we made. In a couple weeks, we'll have a little segment about how wrong we were.
Actually, I'm just gonna dub over mine with like that like
Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah. My prediction was that there will be no headset.
And this is Vikas. I'm like, wait, why are you talking like that? It's not even your normal voice.
Yeah. All right. Awesome.
All right. We are